What's up, you guys? What's up, you guys? What's up, you guys? Welcome to the ICanB show, where we talk about everything we could be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Back again on Monday. Y'all already know I am your host, ICB, and I'm very happy to be here. Ow, 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 ow. It is Monday. We made it to a new Monday, so God bless us all. Amen and hallelujah to that. I know we are all just persevering through our weeks, through our life, through our lifestyles, and just trying to make the most of this gift of life that God has given us, this time that we have in front of us. And I'm just so proud of you off the rip. You made it. You're a conqueror. You're a victorious being, and you will forever reign because you chose to not only come here this fine Monday, but to keep trying and trying and trying and trying. So you already know I'm rocking with y'all. I'm here with y'all. Don't talk about my nail. That's it. That's all. Period. Okay. So this week, I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. This topic has been, I guess, stirring in my pot of life for a long time, and I think that it's important for us to remember that there is a way to, deal with what I'm about to talk about, and also persevere in the very knowing that we have to, meet this head on. So what we're talking about today is grief. Grief for me is very near and dear to my heart. As I have lost several people along the way who are very, like I said, near and dear to my heart. It's been a hard journey. A lot of life changes and life shifts have happened in my experience of grief, and everything that I've learned along the way, I have brung here on this fine Monday to give to you. And I hope that we get some really good gems out of this. I'm actually recording on the day of my sister's birthday and my godmom's birthday, and they have both passed, and I've struggled along the way of dealing with the grief of their passing, and also the grief of other family members, friends, people that I've known. I've lost people through death, like suicide, like just different things that can really just strike in thy ego and make you feel like you really don't have no way of understanding why any of this works. So let's figure it out today. Say no. No, but seriously, y'all, there's grief all around us. Grief is not just associated with the passing of someone that you love. We have grief from the passing of past life situations, people, places, and things that we never thought would just bypass us, but they have. So that's why we're here today. So first, I really want to talk about the grief of life, the grief of life positioning, family misfortune. My mom, sometimes she used to tell me, she told me a story all the time about how she always say I don't think I'm supposed to be in this family. I think they switched me out at the hospital. Why am I this little girl that gotta grow up in the hood or dealing with certain predicaments and situations? I'm supposed to be somewhere propped up, positioned on a pedestal, given all the resources I need to succeed and to grow. And, we can't really question where God places us. If you have things inside of you that you love and that you respect about yourself, right? And those things, you're scholarly, you love to sing, you love to dance, you love to make other people feel happy, whatever that may be. You're athletic, you're joyous, you're kind, you're beautiful, whatever that may be. A lot of times we're well, why did you place me in a, let's say a family, an athletic family, or a family of singers, or, why didn't you place me in a place in which I could plant these seeds and continue to grow? But a lot of this is the roles that grew from concrete. God knows what he put in us. He knows the potential of who we are and how we can, like I said, grow and evolve as that beautiful flower. And he puts talent and gifts in all of us. And when you are placed in a place of desolate, of, you know, a desert or a food desert or a desert of hope or a desert of joy. God is putting purpose in you for you to come into actuality of who you are so that you can bloom. And in your blooming, other people will see your light and they'll see the love of your bloom and they'll bloom as well. Like I said, he put gifts in all of us. So in your knowing of who you are and your conviction of your power and your conviction of your life, you need to walk with your head held high of royalty, of conviction, because you know who you are. You know the dream that's inside of you. You know the life that you are meant to live and that you want to bring to this world and that you want other people to experience. So in knowing that, don't doubt where you come from. Don't doubt the simple fact that God has put you in a place of positioning to be able to observe the way in which this world is operating. You know, if you have a spirit of conviction or a voice that is to be heard, God will plant you right in the place around people who don't necessarily have that same voice. And he wants you to soak up the information, to have the conversations with different people, and to take and be the voice of the people. You know, so like, don't doubt if you come from poverty. Don't doubt if you come from, you know, family lack or doubt or like anything, you know, like generational curses, like whatever that may be, whatever that may look like for you, you know, like, don't think that it's counting you out. In fact, you have the power inside of you to continue to grow past that situation and show people that just because something happens to you, just because you are in a certain predicament, it does not mean that you can't live a beautiful, victorious, glorified life. So I just say to all the people out there, you know, don't have grief. Don't have too much grief of thinking that you'll never be nothing because what you view around you, you consider as nothing. First of all, it's not nothing. People, life is precious. And if God gave life to someone else, no matter how you think they are being positioned in this world, no matter what you think they're living up to be, it deserves respect and it deserves honor and it deserves care. You know, we're sent here to be messengers of hope and love. We're sent here to show people the love of Christ, the love of Jesus. And the love of Jesus is not judging, you know, Bobby, Jack, Jim, and Joe on whether they ultimately made their dreams come true. They're able to have conversations with people and just spread love in that very moment. Everything don't got to be materialistic. Everything don't got to be like, you know, like lights and cameras and action and all that. Like, experience is enough. Holding hands with somebody is enough. Being at the cookout is enough. But learning how to flip a burger on the grill is enough. So we should all be proud in our ability to commune and to, you know, respect where we come from, because that makes you who you are. You don't have to, you know, like, get this dream job or do these dream things and think that you're any better than, you know, your counterpart that didn't necessarily get like have those same opportunities. Like, everybody's different, but it's meant for you to stay that narrow path of love and hope, of giving, of nurturing. So that's what we come here to do, and I hope to inspire you to know that that's enough, like I said, homie. So it don't matter what your background is or what you look like, what you've been through, you know, like, you'll be fine. Yeah, don't count you or your situation out. Now, what we started the pod was the grief of loss, like the grief of losing people that you love and care about. And the grief from loss is heavy, right? So we get ultimately to this point in life where we reflect back and we look at situations and times that we had with people that we love, and we really feel sad because we don't take the full opportunities that was bestowed toward us, and we end up living with regret. You know, we end up missing them more when they're gone because we didn't value them enough when they were here. You know, I have a Tips from a Persevere on my Instagram, the ICB, double the extra E, ICB, about just like having those hard conversations with the people that you love. Never think that somebody that you love is unable to see your perspective or even has insight into, don't have insight into what you're going through. If God put it on your heart, if they position that person in your life, you can have that conversation. You can share how you feel with them. You can, you know, like strive to enjoy these moments in life, because you never know when they'll be taken away from you. So it's important for us to really value and enjoy each other along the journey, so that when the time comes that God calls them back home, we have poured out all that we are to that person, and that person has poured out all that they are to us, and we are able to have beautiful and loving experiences. Okay, grief is hard. I'm a big believer in, like, I really feel like people don't necessarily, to me, like, die. Like, their spirits is always here, or their spirit is always kind of trapped in time. Like, I'm the type of person, I believe, like, all right, look, so me and you having this conversation right now, at this moment, at this time, we will always be having this conversation. So in turn, their spirit is always here in this moment, in this time. And that's enough for me. That's special. That's beautiful. I can look at a corner in which I had a conversation with somebody and be like, yo, we still there in 1996 at 3 o'clock chilling. That's beautiful. That's lit. That's vibing. Hey, that's vibing. Hey. So, you know, value those moments, value that time, and like, just know, I don't know, for me, and I know this sounds a little crazy, but it's the pod, so I'm trying to really give y'all all of who I am. But like, every time somebody has passed in my life, I gained a guardian angel. And while I felt like my life was being destroyed and teared down at the same time, I grew like 3 times stronger. Okay, like it's important to honor the people in your life, honor their contribution to your life, honor, you know, who they were, what they meant to you, what they taught you, how they taught it to you, right? So in their passing, you now are given the responsibility of honoring that person. So if that person was thorough, loyal, loving, kind, if they like to celebrate, have events, if they really wanted you to live in royalty, to hold your head up, to be a person of character, to be a person of morals, to be intelligent, to speak well, whatever that person constantly wanted to instill in you, you now have a responsibility to live up to that standard. Okay, so it's not the worst thing in the world, even though it is kind of. But we just gonna keep on moving. We're gonna keep on grinding. We're gonna keep on having this experience that God so beautifully crafted for us to experience. So everything gonna be all right. Everything is okay. Just believe and know that everything happens for a reason, and you know, it's up for you to step up, stand up, and respect the experiences that you had in life. Nothing is small, all right? You on the block versus at the Grammys hold the same weight. So we need to make sure that we are valuing them in the same perimeter, okay? Okay. So I want to talk about something a little, still grief, but just switching up a little bit. But the grief from past opportunities, right? Me personally, I have done some stupid things in my life. I can't even lie to y'all. God put me in a position to where I could really excel, and I had so much self-doubt or self-denial of who I was and how victorious I actually was and glorious I actually was, that I kind of threw those opportunities to the side, and I chose to be with the heathens. Okay, I chose to drink, I chose to smoke, I chose to do stupid stuff. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. And sometimes I look back like, yo, like, I really could have been ... I really could have did ... I really could have reigned that in such a way that was continuously undeniable. I mean, I still did, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate a real G, you know what I'm saying? You can't hate on her. But I could have been, I don't want to say so much further in life, because like I said, everything is like worth it in the moment. But I could have, let's say, accomplished some more. I could have had things under my belt. I could have learned more lessons. I could have built more character along the way. I could have put myself in situations where I had to stand up, hold my head up, and be glorified and be queen shit, you know. But I chose to run with the heathens, like I said. I could have been up here, and some, not up here, because like, I'm not trying to contradict what y'all saying. What I'm saying, I'm just saying, like, I could have upgraded my life in a way that I was looking to do, but I had the self-denial. I didn't see myself in the way that God saw me, right? So he positioned me, but I wasn't, I guess I didn't take advantage of that positioning, and I stayed at a level that I was familiar with. And I just want to speak to people out there who may feel like they had certain chances in school and career and you know, whatever, that didn't take that opportunity serious. You're gonna be all right. It's cool, boo, because you got more on the way. But you're gonna have to take the lesson that you learned from the opportunities that you let slide off the table, and you're gonna have to build a new table. But in building that new table, make sure that foundation is strong. Make sure that foundation is stable, so that when life comes and shake the table, you already know, like, no, I'm here doing God's work. I'm here within my purpose. I'm here within my glory. It ain't nothing gonna rob me of who I am, period. I don't deny myself no more. I see myself the way God sees me. I'm the apple of his eye. I'm the apple of God's eye. I'm the apple of my eye, because I'm the apple of his eye. I have the same confidence, glory, hope, wishes, dreams that he has for me. I have it for myself. And that way, I, in turn, am undeniable and will not deny myself. Okay? Okay. So, everything that we talked about trickles into a big thing that I myself am working to heal. And that's grief of the heart. Okay? You know, when my sister passed, half of my heart turned off. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, I used to write poetry all the time, be very artistic in school, and like a lot of that for me just like trickled away. I'm like, I don't want to write no more. Like, I don't want to do this stuff no more. I started smoking, and that was done. I was like, I can't even pick up a pen. I'm over it. Okay, and then a year later, my dad passed away on the same month of March. We're in March, you guys, and my heart completely just turned off. I didn't necessarily notice it, but it turned off. Like, you know, when I got the news of my dad passing, like, I was like, okay. And I went back to sleep. It was in the middle of the night. I went back to sleep. My mom, my brother was like, oh my God, like, and I'm like, I'm only laughing because it helps me. But when I look back on it, part of me died that day. And I had been moving throughout my life with this guilt, with this shame on my heart, and just like not living life to the fullest because of all these cracks in my foundation of my heart posture, you know. And it made me feel like I wasn't really like worthy of having good connections, or because I just felt like, dang, all these people just dropping away from me, like, that I love. What is love? Who am I anymore? I can't do this. So my heart, like I said, started turning off, and it made me repel love and people coming in my life and people who saw something in me. Like I said, that self-denial. I was denying the fact that I was worthy of a life because the people that I wanted to have that life with left me, or at least I thought left me. And I'm just like, I was just crushed by the disappointment of losing those people that was very close to me. So I just want you to know that, like, if you share a similar sentiment You're normal. There is nothing wrong with you. You have just rolled through the emotions of life, and now, especially if you're watching this podcast, you know that you got to come to a fullness in who you are, a duality, okay? You got to get back. You got to let that heart open. I want to receive love. I know that love is coming towards me. People love me. People celebrate me. People think that I'm the most awesomest thing in the world. But it don't mean nothing if I don't see that within myself. If I don't have that same glory, that apple of the eye that I was just talking about. If I don't celebrate me, if I don't think that I'm something special, then I will, like I said, repel the love that other people try to give me. And we're not doing that in 2024. We're not doing that for the rest of our lives. We deserve love. We deserve what God sends to us. We deserve to actually be who we are. Not what the world says we should be, not what our pain says we should be, or our pain should reflect, not what the Bible says we should be, or the clubs, or Instagram, or the music videos. Like, we are our own individuals. We are our own spectrum of a person. We have just worlds and universes inside of our minds and our hearts. And it's about time that we start bouncing from planet to planet. Okay, it's about time that we come into a fullness of our experience. Use it for good. Use it within our own ministries of life. And be able to, like I said last week, fill the holes in other people. Let them know that what you have been through does not count you out. It makes you stronger. It makes you more unique. Your battle, your wound cries make you the victorious beings that we were always meant to be. The older you get, the more you accumulate, but the more joy that is around the corner on the mountaintop. It makes the joy so much more worth it. It makes the tears of joy so much more heavy in the meaning of like light and crystallization and diamonds falling from your eyes. Cause I work for this. I persevere for this. I'm not out for the count, baby. I'm enough. I've been enough. I'm a queen. I am a royal member. You think the queen don't have her own problems? You think the king don't have their own problems? They trying to uphold the whole kingdom while everybody is doing all this stuff behind the scenes. They're trying to uphold the kingdom. And we don't try on this channel. We don't try on this podcast. We do. We hold our heads up in the conviction of who God made us to be. So, that's the pod for this week. Don't let grief take you out, okay? And to my people who have ever had anything happen to them that they don't understand, that they feel like should have never happened, could have been prevented, whatever, baby, you are not alone. But I want you to know, once again, that's calluses on your back. That is like levels under your feet for you to stand up higher and hold your head up higher, because you are a conqueror. You made it. You're victorious. You're a being that is not denied, and you will continue to love and be loved. Okay? Your heart is in a constant transformation to just be, and to be filled with the light of God, and to show that itself is green, show itself as nature, show itself as growing out of this cast and becoming more of who she or he is. Your heart is a direct reflection of your vibration. That's why they say guard your heart, for all things come from it. Guard your heart, but open it straight up to God. Let God work on you. Be obedient, fall into discipline, read that book, okay? Stay the course so that you can get to your promised land, so that you can get to your victory, and so that you can show yourself exalted. You see the enemy? Forget you. I hate you so much. It's like, no, but you are exalted. God has exalted you. So now it is time for you to reign, and it's time for you to conquer, and it's time for you to let people know who you are, what you look like, and how you do it. All right? It don't matter where you come from, how you got there, what you've been through, who you lost, what you experienced, baby. What's the purpose in you? Can we see it? Can we have a piece of the pie? Please. We just want to live through your lens and live in your glory, because the more light you shine, the more light there is in the world, and it will continue to illuminate us. And before we know it, we holding hands and we're holding up. We're the force, of course, by God's will, that's holding up this world. So I love you guys all so much. Until next time, continue to not let grief or anything rob you of the history that you're making every single day, by just being glorious and being love. All right? Grace. Bye.